Hey everybody. I just felt like going live. It's one of those days. So I just figured I'd play around with the StreamYard live videos. See if I can get anything going here. See if I can learn anything with all the buttons down here and stuff. See if there's anything interesting to play around with. Anybody wants to pop on, just let me know. I'll post the link. Uh, Actually, I'll post it right there so people can see it if they'd like to hop on. I will check to see who you are before I let you on. I better see a face or at least a name that I know. Otherwise, I ain't going to pop you on. I don't know. Don't really have too much that I need to do or go through, but I have a big stack. My Halloween reading stack is way bigger than it's supposed to be. So I got to somehow dwindle that down a little bit, see what I can do with that. So I figured I'd just look through some Halloweenish style comics and try and make a better pile of what I might read yet this month. Darkshade. I did want to check this one out. See if I want to keep this series. It's from AC Comics, which usually they come out pretty decent. It's got a Scarlet Scorpion story on the flip side with a trading card. So now I'm debating if I want to read that for. I don't think that is a good Halloween read then, because Scarlet Scorpion isn't really Halloweenish. So I'm going to put that in the non pile. Then we got Image introduces Cryptopia. Don't know why this one would have been in a Halloween style reading pile. Hey Aaron, what's up? Got my link right above you if you feel like popping on. I just felt like playing around with the live stream for a little bit, like an hour or so, and just go through some comics that I'm planning on. Well, I'm trying to dwindle down my pile of Halloween reads. I found out my pile's about 50 comics, and that's way too many. Let's see this Cryptopia, Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, Yetis, Chupacabra. To most people, these bizarre creatures are the stuff of myths, legends, and hoaxes. But to Dr. Shannon Elizabeth Palmer and her crack team of cryptozoologists, they're as real as any animal in the zoo. And they're going to prove it by embarking upon an expedition to the mysterious island where these hidden species dwell. An expedition that's destined to change their lives and careers forever if they survive. So yeah, this one I do want to read now, since it's cryptozoologist type stuff. Might have some Bigfoot shit in here, so I am going to put that in the reading stack. You're busy. You're always busy lately. Do I still have some Thors to trade? Yeah. Yeah, there's Thors in one of the crates. Couldn't tell you which one, but I think actually the one that's right next to me from 2 weeks ago had a bunch of Thors. So yeah, we can go through those anytime, any day that you want. Look through those. Just let me know ahead of time so I can make sure I get them out. I am going to take the crates that I have shown so far on our sales and try and get those organized for a future like dollar sale and $2 sale again. Because I've been doing 3 on them when they're fresh. So, but of course, you'll get a good deal. We'll just trade up some stuff. I don't know. Dan, for some reason, mentioned to me just yesterday or the day before that he picked up a bunch of Badger now. So he wants me to come up with the list so he can fill in the spots. But yeah, I have no idea where all mine are. They're in like 5 different crates somewhere, so I'm not gonna go crazy looking for stuff. I want to do this the way, just casually, just go one box at a time. It's more enjoyable that way. And yes, I'm having a drink today. I went and did some work, ran some errands and stuff, and came home, and I happened to have a message on my phone that someone that was a big part of my life is on their deathbed. I did not realize this. No one keeps in contact anymore. So apparently she's about to pass, and people contacted me for pictures of us from our high school years or 20s, early 30s. But sadly, all my pictures happen to be down in Phoenix, Arizona, with a guy that was supposed to send them to me, my boxes, because he owed me a bunch of money. And I said, just send me my boxes back to me as soon as you can. And apparently he just tossed them aside or whatever and never sent them. And that's where all my photographs are, all my tattoo designs, all my artwork, everything from back in those days is just gone. I'm sure in a dumpster somewhere because he passed away. I found out last year. I finally got a hold of his daughter, and he screwed up his life completely, like we kind of all expected. And yeah, he passed away stupidly. But yeah, I'm sick and tired of hearing about friends that are bedridden or on their final days or have passed. And it's just been a lot lately. So when I heard this, it's like another chapter of life disappearing. And of course, I have no idea where she is, what hospital she's in. I'm trying to figure this stuff out, trying to get some information from people. But yeah, hey, Wolfie, how's it going? This chiller one looks cool. It's an alien style story, but it is a little thicker. So with me having to get these reads in, I don't know if I'm gonna want to read the thicker ones yet, but let's see how it looks on the inside. Definitely got some creepy alien figures. This actually doesn't look like a bad read. Doesn't have that many words. It's like minimal on the word balloons and stuff, so this one probably would be a fast read. I'll put this one in the possibly pile, the maybe pile. Because it starts out showing aliens in the beginning, but the later pages don't look that alien influenced. So, not sure if I feel like reading this one right now. It's like I want to get some good ones going. I'm working on it. Well, I'm halfway through A Tomb of Dracula at the moment. Today's review that I will be putting up after I stopped this live stream is Abe Sapien. Got a one shot of Abe. That was fun. The Haunted Boy. That was a perfect Halloween read. So check that out if you want. Later on, this one looks interesting. The Clown, Nobody's Laughing Now. You got to have a creepy clown, and that's pretty much that's a gimme. This one, they have forced that into the plastic. Toss that wrapper away. This has some pretty interesting artwork in it. Very clown-esque, and definitely has that creepy vision to it. So yeah, this one I gotta read. I gotta know more. Not a huge fan of clowns. My oldest sister is definitely afraid of clowns. So yeah, I like messing with people with the things that bother them. Oh, thanks. I'm having fun with them. It's the Boktober this year. I was kind of bummed because if you seen my ones from last year, I did a play on Attack of the Killer Tomatoes and I did Attack of the Killer Pumpkins. And so this year I wanted to do a play on Return of the Killer Tomatoes with Return of the Killer Pumpkins, which I'm still trying to do. But almost every prompt that was put up for the Boktober drawings by Hot Wing of Justice, Brian, was, I know at least the first half of them were like basically a song, a Muppet song, and you just put every word down. And so many of them are Muppet related. I pretty much have to do something Muppety to them. It's like I forgot. I think today's word is Muppet, so I don't know what I'm going to do yet for that one. I got a couple ideas in my head, but I just can't use these words to make a play on Attack or Return of the Killer Tomatoes, pumpkin style. So there's maybe 3 prompts left in the month that I know I can do something with, and hopefully a couple other ones. So I'll play with it and see what happens. But yeah, for Halloween month, I'm not really in a Muppet mood. I'm more into ghost, ghouls, goblins, all that. Ooh, Craniac #1 came out this week. Cool. That's one I'm definitely hoping is in my box then. I should have a box coming. They haven't said that they shipped it yet, but they should have, now that I think about it. Hey, Maya Blue. Now I'm kind of actually worried about it because I did get an email saying my credit card expired, but then I went on DCBS and looked, and it's the 2028 credit card. So the video, so I could go for a good Garfield Halloween special comic to read. That would be fun. But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, my brain lost it like usual. Ghoulies 2 in the Carnival movies was killer. Yeah, I haven't seen Ghoulies 2 in a long time. It's that time of year though that we rewatch all those good movies, but my wife's went back home for 3 weeks, so we're not catching up on any of our regular horror movies for the year for Halloween. It's like last night I caught the actual Halloween. I watched that for a bit. Uh, watched some other horror movie. I can't remember what it was. Obviously didn't stick in my brain good enough, so it wasn't worth watching. Just now I watched Outbreak from 2024, I think it was. It's not the monkey outbreak, but it is zombie. Well, I guess you can't really say zombie esque. It's more parasitic esque, uh, because people are infected. It starts out with a dog that's in a shipping container that's freaking out, and its eyes are all weird, and so it's obviously infected, and all these other things start appearing, and you're seeing these people that are running the basically on all fours and stuff like that, the parkour style uh, ghouls and zombie type play with it. But he did kill a couple of them just by cut their throats and stuff like that. So you didn't have to shoot him in the head. So I wouldn't call him zombie esque. But then there's a huge twist in the end, which I'm not going to give away, and I didn't even expect it. So it sucked me in. I ended up watching the whole thing. Uh, Pumpkinhead's one of my favorite movies this time of year. I like watching that. I like watching Maniac Cop. I like watching Hatchet. And it's like Halloween, Freddy, Jason, and all them. It's just so different now. It's like when we were younger, you didn't even think about the child issues with Freddy. But now when you're older and you watch it, it's like, wow, this is, yeah. It's like, why did people get into this so much? I mean, I get the character wise and stuff like that, but yeah. And then I still don't think I've watched the Final Destination yet, so I could go for watching that one. It was I like what Matt's doing for the month of Halloween. Uh, Heroes for Hire. He just had Poltergeist, and I've been wanting to watch that for a while now again, do a rewatch on it. But yeah, he's been putting up some good shows, but I don't know what's wrong with me, and I'm just an idiot when it comes to YouTube or what. But it's like even last night, Aaron and Will, Cup of Comics, were doing their show. I was there a half hour ahead of time. Left that channel on, went and did other stuff I had to do, and it never started playing their voices or anything once the show started. And by the time it clicked in my brain that I'm missing a show, I went and the show was already over. So I don't know why my notifications aren't popping up and stuff like they should. So I'm gonna have to play around with a bunch of things and see if I can get that figured out. At Tales from the Crypt TV series, I caught a little bit of it. Really enjoyed it. I love the comic book run that they're doing from it. It didn't look like they were copying each other. I'm sure there will be crossover and stuff, but I haven't watched enough of the show to fully have an opinion on it, whether or not it crossed over with the comics. I hope not. I hope they keep the show storylines a little bit separate from the comic book storylines, but I could be wrong. But hopefully they do, and that makes it more enjoyable to read. Whereas, like, I was all happy to see a Mandalorian comic come out, and then I picked up the whole 4 or 5 issue run, and here it was the exact same thing as the TV show, and that annoys the hell out of me when they do that stuff. If you're going to do that, I need to know ahead of time so I can just pick the option whether I'm going to watch it or read it. But yeah, I was hoping for a little bit backstory or something in the comics and stuff like that. But it's like my wife's dying to see Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm really hoping I can find our damn DVD player before she gets home. If not, I'm just going to order one. I only paid like $25 for it. So yeah. But we'll just have to see what happens. See if I can find it before she gets back. This one, I just love the cover on it. And someone had it. It's got a 25-cent thing on it, and then they still had to write 25 cents. Really? Out of everything you're trying to learn how to copy or something, why would you copy the price? It's like, at least play with the artwork or something. I'd have more respect for you. But in this issue, Warrior's Dream, Death goes to a sales convention, The Patience of a Cat, Face of Love, Face of Death. So yeah, this one I think will go in the Halloween read. It's a little bit different than some of the older ones that I've been reading. So figure get a nice little mix up in there. Here they went crazy. They got 25-cent sticker up there. They wrote 30 cents down here. Don't know what's up with that. But 3 spooky stories featuring the Phantom Flower. We challenge you to read Ghost, True Tales of Weird and Supernatural. So all 3 tales are based on this flower. So I like how all 3 tales connect. So yeah, I think that one will go in the reading pile. I'm gonna have too big of a reading pile. I know I'm not gonna be able to just do one a day. I'm gonna have to start putting out 2 or 3 videos a day of reviews and go from there. So see what happens. It's like the cat brought these little damn bugs in, and they better not be fleas. I haven't seen any on the wall yet. So that's usually how I identify them. All right, we got Strange Adventures, another one that they had to write the 25 cents on. You have failed to kill Dead Man, Hook. The penalty is for failure is death. Almost looks like Shang-Chi's dad there. But Strange Adventures with Dead Man in the storyline. I really like Dead Man. So I think we're going to go ahead and put this one in the reading pile. There's a stamp for Dwayne Schroeder on the back. And some Guinea. Someone named Guinea signed it. Ripley's Believe It or Not, True Ghost Stories, but it's Houdini versus the creator of Sherlock Holmes. Sounds like a fun story, but is not Halloweeny enough for me. So that will be read at a different time. We got a little Archie. The stories are all about the best time of the year for kids. It's full of Halloween thrills. Yeah, this is a special all Halloween issue. If the stories are anything with what they're showing on there, they look like some fun stories. So we'll throw that in the reader pile, review pile. We got 50s Terror, classic pre-code horror. This guy is basically getting messed with by some little gremlins or something. Guilt and Horror of Frankenstein. Yeah, some really weird imagery inside. Not sure if I feel up to reading this one at the moment. It's like 50s Terror. When did it come out? This is number 3, December of 1988. Definitely looks older than that. So, but since it's 88, the year I graduated, we'll let that one pass. Catacomb of Torment. I thought for sure I read this already, but I do not recognize. No, I do recognize that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read and reviewed this already. So that's got to go with the sketch covers. This one is Damn Them All, issue 1. I don't know if you really call this one horror related. Nah, it looks more drama-esque. Little Ghoulies. I'd love to see a Little Ghoulies book or show. Got the Vault of Horror. Nah, this one. This one I know I read. I could have swore I read it before the Halloween. But the kids carrying the crate full of oranges and the adults dying and stuff. Yeah, there's some. I'm pretty sure I read that one not long ago. In this issue, the old witch reveals the startling rediscovery of the authentic Frankenstein monster. I like a good solid Frankenstein story, so I think this Vault of Horror will go in the reader pile for the month. Mystery in Space definitely has horror-esque to it. This poor guy is getting, this poor astronaut's getting attacked by gremlins. But not horror-esque enough for me. I'm going to set that one aside. The Nocturnals, this is number 1 of 6. Let's see, do we have them all? We got number 1, number 2, number 3, and the Nocturnals just, I think it was last month's catalog, just came back with a whole new storyline. Number 4, number 5, and number 6. I think I'm going to do some special read with that since it's a set. It should be the whole run, hopefully. And then we have Nocturnal's Witching Hour. Yeah, this one's definitely, you can't get much more Halloweeny than this. So we got 2 copies of that one for some reason. But it can go in the reader pile. I'll read the 6-issue run separate and read that as a daily horror Halloween book. Space goblins. Space gremlins. This Nightwalker. I've been wanting to check this out. So this should go in the Halloween pile. I mean, you got a vampire in a coffin full of cobwebs with rats all over him. And Yeah, that's all Halloween all in one issue there. And it looks like some kids go searching where they shouldn't be searching, and they come across a coffin with a creep character in it. This looks like the whole book is about the kids doing stuff, but yet it looks like there might be 3 different stories, or well, the Journal of Luke Kirby, the Nightwalker, Part 5. So they must just split it up in chapters, I'm guessing. But yeah, I think I'll give it a shot. Well, I don't know. The inside doesn't. The cover looks great. The inside's not grabbing me. Yeah, we'll read that one at a different time. These guys look interesting. Look like a bunch of mischievous little shits and a couple strange older people. So we got Creeps. That should be issue 1, yep. From Image Comics. I just watched that Image documentary the other day. Very interesting. It's on Amazon. If you want to check it out, I was talking about it on my Under the Color MS show today. This one she's like really huge and kind of looks like she's kind of crossed with some type of snake form to her, or just her blubber is suffocating everybody. She kind of floats too. she's a big girl. She's got to be at least 800 plus pounds. Here she's squeezing someone to death with her body parts, and the head and arms are popping out. Yeah, what the heck? This looks fun. Looks funny. There's a goofy looking creature. I want to read that one soon. Got 2 copies of Nocturne #1. Yeah, sadly, a lot of our creators are in that rip era. We're losing everybody nowadays. Oh, the artwork's interesting, except for they used lines for the back art, the background art. Just to fill in space, they used a bunch of lines and just focus on the upfront drawings. Yeah, looks too much like a private investigator style story, so that one can be read at a different time too. We got Nosferatu Silent Screams, or Screamers. This is 1922 Nosferatu. Ross Caesar, Gray, Essentio, and Glass on this one. Yeah, let's look at the inside. Nosferatu, so it better be black and white. I hate when they bag comics upside down. All right. Oh, it's pretty interesting characters, interesting artwork. It's like that character is in one of the prison cells that they just showed. So yeah, this one's a good one to put in the Halloween pile, and for some reason I have 3 copies of it. So I'll have to decide how good it is, whether or not I'm going to sell those other copies or not. Yeah, that Red Room, that was an interesting comic that came out Can't remember. I thought I read at least the first issue of it. Bitcoin and dark web trippy. Oh, we got another Nosferatu, a Symphony of Shadows, and a Symphony. A Symphony of Shadows, a Symphony of Shadows. It says it twice. That makes no sense. Let's see here. No, I can't read that. A Symphony of Shadows, a Symphony of Shudders. Okay. That's why it goes into his hair, and I couldn't read the shudders part. Beyond the Carpathian Mountains, in the land I don't even know what the Celtid or whatever, Transylvania, there lived a monster that preyed on men and fed on their blood. It crossed the sea one day, driven by a greater need than the bloodlust, to seek out a woman of great beauty and great power. Or power, not power. Tomy Press presents. This is the comic book adaptation of the film, so we will read this one at a different time. We'll just check out that other one instead. And this is Creepy issue 4, but I think it's based from the Creepy magazine. So if it is, it's done by Harris Comics. Squarebound, Dark Horse. Tons of creators are part of this. And some good looking stories and then some cartoony ones. Yeah, I think this one will probably read separately. A talking rat. It's definitely got some interesting stuff in it. Yeah. We'll wait for another day to read that one. Mr. Monster presents Crack-a-Boom. And this is like taking you back in time to 50s and stuff, but I have really been getting into Mr. Monster and Airboy. So I think I'm going to put that in the reading pile. So far in the reading pile, I got at least 20 books. So I only barely touched the surface of what we got hanging here. Have fun. I haven't played billiards in so long. I miss going to the bar, and we had the pool table at the old house till my family kicked us out of it. Have a few shots on me if you're going to the bar. It's Archie Comics Crew's Life with Archie, number 211. They say this movie scares you out of your wits. Lucky Archie doesn't have any to be scared out of. Yeah, this one, I have a feeling it's got other stories in here, and it's just not going to all relate to a nice Halloween run, so we'll wait on that one. We got Popeye the Sailor Man. Who says this castle is haunted? I think that one I think can get set aside too. We'll read that at a different time. We got Peter Parker, Spider-Man, guest starring Blade, The Hunger and the Hunter. Yeah, not spooky enough. Good storyline, I'm sure, but we'll wait with that. We got Ravencroft, Institute for the Criminally Insane, issue 3. Since it's issue 3, I think I'm just going to set it aside. Wait till I get issue 1 and 2, but it does have a sweet werewolf cover. Like he's been hauled around on the, refrigerator moving cart. Just like Hannibal Lecter. Two-fisted suspense stories from the haunt at the vault in the crypt of Normal Man. So I like Normal Man. Jocular tales of humor in the tradition. Yeah, I think that might be one to read for Halloween. Something fun, different. Lenore. This is number 10, so I think we'll just set this aside for now because we have been rereading Lenore. So I might as well keep it in the order that we've been reading them. Got a Sad Sack and Sarge. Enlisted Men Halloween Party. Fun in the Army. So since we got a Sad Sack and Sarge Halloween edition, we will definitely read that one. These I'm going to wait on. Night of the Living Dead. Actually, this one has very few words, and it is basically the replay of the original movie. Yeah, it shows it. And this is like, yeah, there's got to be another issue to it because this has the people in the house starting their argument of stuff and the zombies gradually breaking in and the whole thing with Barbara and everything. They're coming to get you, Barbara. So, we don't need to reread something that we've seen in movie theater form enough times. This one, it's number 2, damn it. I like the cover. It's McKeys instead of Mickey's. McKeys the Moose, but Night of the Living Dead with someone with a Mickey Mouse hat on. But if it was number 1, I'd say yeah. But since it's number 2, we're going to wait on that. We got Night of the Living Dead London. We'll wait on all these because we have a bunch of them anyways. Are you able to do it? Get the door open. Got Night of the Living Dead Aftermath Volume 1. But these are big trades. I don't want to waste that much time reading up things. And then we got Volume 2. So, beers and billiards. Toast. I think my cat is stuck trying to get out of the house. Give me a second. Gotta open the door because it's freaking cold out. Yeah. I heard you. Get your butt out there. Get going. It's 62 degrees in here. I'm not looking forward to winter. Not at all. I hate being cold. All right. Got through half the stack at least. See what we got left. Yeah, House of Secrets. There's no escape from the House of Secrets. Number 134. Looks like vampire controlling a bunch of werewolves in the background there. There's a vampire story in the back. Is that Sergio Argento? Yep, Sergio Argento, Cain and Abel cartoon in there. Lots of werewolves. Oh, they keep abusing animals in these. There's another one killing a dog. This might be a good one. We'll put that in the pile to read this month yet. Got the House of Mystery. It's the ultimate iVampire adventure. No one is safe as Bennett goes berserk. I'm not reading any other iVampire. No, I don't think I did read a iVampire story yet this month. But machine guns and coffins. Yeah, we'll put it in the reader pile just in case. Werewolf by Night, number 17. This one I'm not big on, like the Behemoth storyline, the big creature storylines. Yeah, that's more of a curse to me than it is a Halloween style story. We got Beyond the Grave, number 2. It's got a ghost soldier standing above someone that's laying in a coffin. That looks like that's part of the final story. Actually, looks like the earlier story leads into how he dies, maybe. And some weird clown character in there. Those don't look that exciting, so we'll wait on that one. Dreadwolf, The Curse of Dreadwolf, number 1. Got Jay Zaskowski, Abrams, and Barnes working on this. Special collector's edition. Cool artwork on the back. Yeah, I should probably read a Dreadwolf story. We'll put it in the reader pile. We got Dracula in Hell from Apple Comics. Adults only. I can just imagine what this one's all about. And it's like that guy looks like a pretty old Dracula. It's like if you're going to turn into Dracula, wouldn't you want to be turned at a younger age? Oh, pornography. Yeah, I can't show any of these pages. We'll leave that for another day. I don't know. I'm trying to read one right now, Kid Fluffy. Or Kid Death and Fluffy. There's the Vampirella parody cover. Yeah, the other one I'm reading, it's pretty showy, and he's pretty much a trickster that does some things that may offend lots of people, but yeah, I don't know. I gotta finish reading the other one first. This is Blood of Dracula, issue 6. Since it's issue 6, I'm just going to wait on it. Now we got A is for Apple. Captain Carrot and the crew on the back there. Got Bloodstone #1. I read this a while ago. I can't remember. I think it's a whole story about Elsa and stuff. So I might read that one again. Got 2 copies of that. And then we got Clint the Carrot, The Inedible Adventures of Clint the Carrot. Rampant interdimensional polysorbates. But this is issue 2. So again, why even start? Yeah, I'll just wait. That's like, I got his form here, and it's just oozing out, and it looks like he's got some testicles laying. Toxie Tommy. This one I've been wanting to read for a while, so yeah, it's going to definitely go in the reader pack. I'm curious how much it's like Toxic Avenger and stuff like that. See if it's parodied off that. Kelly stays around 60 to 50-ish at lowest during. Yeah, I know, you lucky people down in those year-round states. So I lived in Phoenix, Arizona for a while. I enjoyed that weather. I personally really want to go to an island. Just live the rest of my years out in some tropical weather type atmosphere. But the wife has to have her 4 damn seasons, which in Wisconsin you pretty much get summer for a month. You get about a month and a half of spring, month and a half of fall, and then the rest is winter. It's just not fun. We got X-Men versus Dracula. I think I should read something like this month, so I'll put that in the reader pile. I read that a while back. Life with Archie. Oh my gosh, I don't believe this. God, we've been invaded. The Devil's Triangle. This is sci-fi more than horror, so we'll hold off on that. We got Casper's Strange Ghost Stories. I need to have a couple good family-friendly ones, so I'm going to keep this in the reader pile. It's actually pretty thick, so might be quite a few stories. We got Wendy the Witch and stuff in there. So that should be a fun one for the month. Yeah, Chamber of Chills. Guess I was just imagining I heard something, daughter. There's nothing moving out there. Now, there is something moving behind your daughter, though. Again, this is... Yeah, more curse style storylines. So we'll read that one at a different time. Yeah, issue 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this will be the other bulk read that I'm going to do probably this month. We got Mort the Dead Teenager, issue 1, issue 2, issue 3, and issue 4 of 4. Got himself a good and bad angel, helping him make up his mind to do something bad. And this one, I have to know what's up with it. But Billy Joe Van Helsing, Redneck Vampire Hunter. Look at the redneck mobile on the back there, too. And we got Batman Nosferatu. It's an Elseworlds read. I thought I read this a long time ago. In Elseworlds, heroes are taken from their usual settings and put into strange times and places, some that have existed or might have existed, and others that can't, couldn't, or shouldn't exist. The result is stories that make characters who are as familiar as yesterday seem as fresh as tomorrow. That's not what I was looking for to read. In the cabinet of Dr. Arkham, the laughing man foretells murder, and the city's only protector is Nosferatu, the Batman. Yeah, doesn't seem. Well, I'll put it in there. We'll see if we get to it. Then we got The Undead, #1 from Chaos Comics. I've been wanting to read these anyways, so might as well check it out. Oh, do I have more of those? This is the same one. Yeah, just different cover. There we got The Flash, Night of the Mechanical Zombies. I haven't read a Flash story in a long time, so I'm going to keep that in the pile. Giant Size Freaks. I don't know if you can really consider this Halloween-y. It's basically just freaks that are taking over for other people. Scratch, I don't consider this Halloween-y enough. Black and white. Goofiness. Got a wraparound cover. I got issue 1 and issue 2. I think I'll wait on those. Read them at a later time. And this ain't Halloween. Checkmate 28. These are ones that I just got in Ollie's packs not long ago. I don't know why they got mixed up in there. We'll read those at a different time. Starjammers, Clown Hunter, Ravage 2099, Valiant, Tsunami Girl. Yeah, these aren't Halloween-y. They were just at the bottom of the stack, so I'll read that stuff at a different time. Now I still got a good stack. Got enough to do a whole nother month of October. So I don't think that you need that Clown Hunter, huh? See what I think about it, and then maybe I'll put it for sale. I'm not big on the clowns that ran around with the Joker and stuff, except for the one named Kevin that hung out with Harley for a few issues. I really enjoyed that character. Of course, my name's Kevin. That's why I relate to it. So. But yeah. It sounded like it was downpouring outside for a second. Not used to living in town. Don't like all the noise. Getting real sick. I flipped a guy off today that punched it past me, trying to show off his little car with tinted windows. So I'll be laying there at night, 3-4 in the morning. Got a car wash across the street. That car wash blowing fan kicks in all night long. I'm like, are people really going through it 4, 5, 6 in the morning? It's like, I think it's the only town where everybody washes their car 24/7. It's just never fails. But I guess that's it. I just wanted to get on a live stream, kill some time, get my mind off a friend of mine passing, and just get some things set up so I have something to do the rest of the night. Of course, we got football and hockey, so God bless. Going to cook up some burgers. See you soon, brother. All right, you have a good one, and if I'm not on again, definitely be back Monday with the show. Hopefully, Aaron will be there with us. So keep an eye out for that, 5 p.m. Central Time, Mondays, either on my channel or Psychotronic Squirt Gun. He was on here earlier, but he was busy and had to go do stuff. So, yeah, this is my first live stream outside of selling stuff. So, might do some more of these in the future, see what happens. And anybody that I know is welcome to pop in if they want. So, yeah, you should definitely do that, Maya Blue. We need to get rid of our comic, downsize. But yeah, we might add another day too. I don't know. I know Dan is considering it, and I've considered it, but we'll see what happens. At least not for this month. I got too much stuff going on in October. So, all right. Talk to everybody later. Thanks for checking out the show, and we'll be back with other stuff every day. So, later.